Hello. Congratulations on creating something so excellent. The show is an adaptation of the Norwegian series by the same name. What, as filmmakers, was appealing to you that made you want to write your own story?
Well, in the Norwegian show, the delusions for me was the big selling point. The idea within a show to play with a bunch of different worlds. And then once Patrick and I really started talking about the story, I mean, I think we thought pretty quickly that making a humorous show about a mental hospital wouldn't be that funny or that tasteful in the end. So I think that was the big sort of departure point.
Mm.
Yeah, and a pharmaceutical trial gave us the opportunity to do something else that was different from the Norwegian show. We had two huge stars kind of right up front. We knew who our actors were going to be, and we knew that we needed to find a way that they could share delusions with each other, and not just share them, but remember them, remember what happened, that it would matter what happened. And so once that setup was in place, we knew we needed to find a different way to get to those delusions we wanted to use.
Mm. So would you say the shows differ more than they're alike?
The Norwegian one and our one, I would say they're completely different.
Mm.
Yeah, so adaptation would be I would say more like inspired by.
Right.
I think the ways that they're similar are that the Norwegian show is also about connection and loneliness, and finding ways to kind of pull themselves out of ruts that they're in, or more than ruts in that case. And so, yeah, the emotional spirit is here as well.
Mm.
I think there's also an element of like escaping reality versus facing reality.
Right.
Yeah.
Your initial outputs were novels, and then came The Bridge and The Leftovers. How do you like writing for TV?
I love TV because there's a bunch of other people there. you get to make a world with a group of talented, great other people instead of be locked alone in a room trying to figure it out yourself.
Mm.
I love them both, but TV's fun.
Do you still write novels?
Sort of. I'm still, the one's coming eventually, but it's slow. It's a lot slower now that I'm doing TV too.
I thought you finished it this fall. I mean,
I got revisions.
Yeah.
There's such a wide variety of stories that touch on the elements of dystopia. Why do you think that theme is so prevalent today?
Dystopia in the reality part of the show?
In the reality part of the show.
I wouldn't call our reality dystopia.
Yeah.
I would call it a different version of our world right now.
Unless we are living in a dystopian world.
There's that
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
We do have the statue of extra liberty in our world, which maybe you only need in a dystopian world. I don't know. I mean, we just wanted to make a show that at least for the reality part, was turning what we would understand as normal upside down. So the question of what is normal applies not only to the delusions and the characters, but also to like what they should consider their baseline reality.
Final status checks, please. Cooling.
Operational.
Electrical.
Stable.
Med profile.
Uploaded and carved out.
Take one of each.
I can see Gertie's safety net is supple and responsive.
Take one of each. Take one of each, please. Wait! Dr. Fujita will tell you when you can take it.
And what does New York add to the story? What does it offer? Why was it chosen to be the center of reality?
One of the selling points to Emma and Jonah was that we all live in New York,
Right.
and that we could finally, I've never shot anything where I live, except for when I was in film school. So this is the first time I've been able to work at home.
But New York looks amazing too, and I guess every city would be like this, but New York, if you put a certain filter on what kinds of buildings you're trying to find or what kinds of locations you're trying to go to, you can make a different New York too, that's what we needed. So that it's so dense, it's so rich with life and different kinds of people that it just offered us a way to tell a story we wanted to tell.
Lastly, what can people look forward to in the release of Maniac?
In terms of a viewing experience,
Yes.
I think like books or films or shows we like, they're rich and dense enough that we can go back a second time and watch them and enjoy them even more. And I think in creating this, I think Patrick and I both wanted to make sure that there was enough in there that on multiple viewings, you would find and appreciate new elements and new sort of not messaging, but themes in the story that were important to us to sort of to ingrain in the DNA of the show.
But I would add too, hopefully, as different as it is and as dense as it is, I think people, I hope, feel joy when they're finished watching it too.
And completely cured.
Yeah. No more problems at
Yeah.
all.
Great, thank you. Thank you
Alright.
very much for
Thanks.
talking to me.